Hey guys, Pickle700 here, and in today's video, I'm going to be expanding the fire alarm system. If you saw my last video, that was installing the new electrical outlets and switches and everything in the new room I have added. And in this video, will be all about adding the new fire alarm in this room. This room has given me lots of opportunity to add new devices and new stuff into that room, which is a pretty cool thing. So I know normally I post a fieldwork video on Wednesdays, but I ran out of fieldwork videos, but I still want to be posting 2 videos a week, once on Saturday, second on Wednesday. So here's the video, hope you enjoy. So since you've seen it last time, I have all the plywood up on the walls. Last video you saw me installing receptacles and stuff. So plywood's up along all the walls on every single side of it now. I walk over here. Here's the side. So today we're going to be making some changes to the fire alarm system. Starting on the outside of the room, I have a box right there for a pull station on the outside of the room, which will be replacing this pull station. This one will be leaving and going over there. And on the inside of the room here, I have another box for pull station. And beside the light, I have a box for heat detector. And right there, I have box for a strobe. So to minimize the time that the fire alarm system is in trouble and to have to keep acknowledging crap, I'm gonna pull all the wire that needs to be pulled in here up there where I'm gonna put a junction box, because the existing runs from different stuff up there won't reach all the way down to the new places, so I'm gonna put in a box in the loft. Last video ended up being way longer than I wanted, so I'm gonna try not do time lapses, and I'll just check in once I have something done. So I'm gonna run a wire from this box to this box and still be on the same zone, just an 18.2. I have this little bit of wire pulled in between these two boxes, and now I would do the rest of it up and around, but I don't have any other 18.3, just 18.5, so I'm gonna have to get more of that before I do that. But everything else, like the strobe and the heat detector, will be done in 18.5, and that I do have lots of. So I'm going to install a junction box up there next, and I'll come back to you once these two are done. Okay, a little bit of progress later. I have our 18, not sure if you can tell, but that's an 18.4 pulled for our strobe. Surprise, it's Nick from the future, so sorry to interrupt this amazing part of the video where I am misspoken. So I'm trying to say 18.5, but a bunch of things are coming across as 18.4 and 18.2, so I'm only ever working with 18.3 and 18.5, so just pretend that's what I'm talking about. Heat detector, and these both run up and then through the wall over there. Sorry, that was a little out of focus. And if we go up here into the loft, the bits I cut off, they go up here into this octagon box. Well, and then this will go through that other knockout. You can see is knocked out, will go through the wall into that 4x11/16 box. So that will be for the NAC and the zone 1 for for pulse station. But once there is finished being pulled for pulse station, but for smoke detector, I think I'm going to go off of this box right there, because it goes up to the I3 and then came down to this box right here. One's the NAC, one's the smoke detector, to go over to this one. So that's our end of line device. So I'm thinking of doing a 14 or 18.5 off there, going up into here somewhere, into that detector, back out, back this way, back down to our end of line. But the NAC is already going there anyways, so it's quicker just to go through the wall that way. I have the Spectre Alert Advanced strobe in set on 15 candela, and I have the system sensor heat detector. This is 135 degree fixed and rate of rise. Nothing's changed up here yet though. A little while later, not sure if you can tell, but I do have some splicing done in there. So the only thing spliced right now is the zone, or sorry, then the strobe NAC, so NAC number 1, I believe. So this strobe is now operational. Now spliced up here our heat detector wire that goes up around there. So my splices are in that octagon box. Then we go up around here, go up through that top plate, and then on the other side of the top plate, we come up right there, down that joist, down through there, and then up into this other octagon box. So basically it comes from the panel, that specific zone, up from the panel, down over to this smoke detector, back up to here, down into that heat detector, back up to there, and then down to that smoke detector. I did test this heat detector off camera, but I'm going to make a separate video of testing everything in this new section. So I'm going to put this pull station up. I can't put this one up now because I still have to splice in it. But I can on this one. As you can see, I have our new pull station wired up. This box is grounded in the back. And I have our new 4.7K end-of-line resistor. So I'll put this pull station up on the wall. 370 SPO is in, looking really good, flush mounted right there. And so as I mentioned a couple seconds ago, I still have this one to do in here. But I'm not sure if I'm digging the low frequency sounder right up against the wall right there. Looks kind of funky, and fire alarms always look better flush mount. So I'm thinking of putting a box on this wall right up there. So I have a couple options. Either do a 4x4 or a single gain. Single gain's better if I ever put up a smaller device like Genesis, but bigger one's better for some devices. So I'm not sure exactly what to do. I think I'll do this one because you can always put a mud ring in and decrease that down to a single gain. So I think I'll plop this guy up over the door up here somewhere. I think that would look pretty good. 4x4 flush mounted, as you can see in this wall here. I have that side knocked out. So what's going to happen is the only box on this wall, all of this will be gone except for that 4x4, or sorry, that 4x11/16, and that will just have a blank cover on it. And then the low frequency sounder is gonna go on this box right here. So I'm gonna pull the wire for that now. Mounting bracket wired up now, so I can put our low frequency sounder. It's the first time ever seeing any low frequency sounder for that actually flush mounted. That looks pretty good actually. So now I have to get rid of this situation right there with the end-of-line resistor and make my splices up there. As next day here, since I put up that low frequency sound in that last clip, I now have, as you can see in hand, some more fire alarm cable, and this is the 18.3 because I don't want to waste 18.5, so that will be for the rest of this pull station. Can't quite decide if I want to keep this pull station here though, because it seems weird to have it on the hinge side of the door. Feels like it should be over here, so not sure exactly what I should do about that. I'm going to pull this fire alarm cable now, and I'll come back to you once we pull it. So I'm going to go from there up. I think I'm going to go up, over, and then follow the rest of that cable up there maybe, or follow this stuff down here. Not exactly sure yet. I have my wire ran for this pull station. We go up around here. Sorry, that's kind of awkward. Go down there, across, and then through that hole again, up to there. So, I've never had this many pull stations in the shed before. There's always been 3. Never been 4 before. So, I need to find another pull station to put here. But, luckily I have a couple of them. All 270 SPOs. We have believe it or not, a 12th MB10-24, and now some of these EST, these are actually heat detectors, I believe. Another Sega pulse station, that one's been pulled. And this blue strobe that I might do something with. No mounting bracket for it though. But I have all these guys over here, but those are all addressable, I believe. But I do have this conventional one right here. And this is a conventional one. And I believe all the other ones are addressable. The other one I removed part of the terminal block and created it just the two terminals instead of the 4, but I have 4 wires, so I'm just gonna use this one right here. This guy's wired up here, so now I can plop this guy on the box. Situation is pretty much gone. Other than the conduit itself to come down, I have a cover for that box which I have to put on. And both of the pull stations over here, you've already seen this one, but the one in here is now up. So everything's done, but like I said, there's just some other little things to do, like put a cover plate on that box and some little stuff like that. So otherwise, the fire alarm system additions and changes are pretty much all done. So I'll post a testing video on Saturday. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.